From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now he runs straight ahead to Warren. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the give, it's Warren. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Now Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's brought in by Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Completes it to Austin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And what a marvel Joe Flacco is. Continues to be a reliable quarterback into his 40s. And we say it all the time. He came off of his couch and made a team better. Guess what? He's doing it again. And now has a chance to not only be good on the field, but also be one of the great mentors in a quarterback room.
Flacco throwing quickly out wide. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Operating off play action. Flacco. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. They toss it to Warren. Room here to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Passing play, Flacco. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running right, here's Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. That'll leave him with a third and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals take over first and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Flacco from the gun. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a first down to open the drive.
Flacco from midfield. Open man is Yoshibas. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Flacco off play action. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's a loss of 8.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Flacco. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flacco looks to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10. To pass, Flacco. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Flacco. This will be caught once again by Brown. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now Rodgers. And he finds Austin complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Rodgers going to throw. That's caught right side. It's Warren. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 50-yard line.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
7-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Juke. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Austin left side. That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Gain on the play. And a Steeler first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Warren. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Warren again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now Flacco. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. And there, a post route started out right, caught it in the middle of the field, went into the end zone. What typically makes those successful, those deep post routes?
You need help from your complementary receivers, okay? The guy that you want to get the ball is the guy that we just saw catch it and take it into the end zone. So he needs help from the other guys who have to occupy anyone in the middle of the field. Whether it's one safety, sometimes you get two guys in there, either run routes at them so they have to cover them, or somehow freeze them by running underneath them and hoping to draw them towards the line of scrimmage and throw it over his head.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Rodgers completes it to Austin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
A give running right is Gainwell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll run it, Warren. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And 4 yards to go.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. This is Brown going up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. 3rd down, Flacco from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Now run with Warren. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if we keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2nd down and 3. Here's Warren. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on 1st down. They try and throw it, take a sack on 2nd down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on 3rd down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 10.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Flacco. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Passing play, Flacco. He's going to have to hook up here to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Flacco looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Flacco. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Flacco set to lead this offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. Pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Flacco. This one complete to Yoshibas. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To pass, Flacco. That was short one to Gesicki.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's 1st and 10. Flacco. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's 1st down. They go pass again with Flacco. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher.
5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Flacco's pass, complete to Jamar Chase.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.